Hey everyone! Welcome back to Mythbusters, where we go deep and analyze the spooky and find out that the scary monster in the closet is just a forgotten laundry hamper. Tonight, we are gonna tackle something truly homegrown, which is a local legend, a classic, the Kuntilanak. Now, for those of you who've been living under a massive rock and doesn't know what Kuntilanak is, the traditional story is grim, dark, and tragic, and definitely not something you're gonna explain and discuss over biscuits and tea. We are gonna talk about women, especially pregnant women, and meaning untimely and usually also quite awful, and the spirit that results is very unhappy, to put it very mildly.
Let's just say, vengeful spirit with a particular genetic grievance that sounds a little more precise, a kind of wishy, if you might.
Absolutely. Today, we have a special guest, an amateur historian, a self-declared urban folklorist, and possibly the only person who read the first 50 comments of paranormal blogs since the start of it all. Today, he claimed to find a new village that has a different type of Kuntilanak, therefore a different meaning to why the Kuntilanak even exists. And to now, please welcome Zio. Whoa! You startled me! Did we hire a magician?
No, I just timed it really well with the flickering lights. I have a sixth sense for that.
Right, anyways, you're here to help us get this legend. We all know the terrifying version, but you claim there's a slightly different story.
Yeah, and you better believe it. Forget about ancient curses and betrayals. My sources, which is a place I went to years ago, tells a whole different story. This ain't about a woman wronged. It's a story about a man who just couldn't wait and decided to go for blood.
So it's about the man. Okay, tell me more.
Okay, picture this. 1950s, rural village. We have 𝗶𝘂𝗁, and 𝗶𝘂𝗁, she's 9 months pregnant. This child is basically paying rent at this point. Her husband, Papa Anton, is, well, let's just say his motto was everything is a race and I'm definitely in first place. So it's Saturday. Pa Anton, in his infinite lack of wisdom, decides, you know what, this baby having thing is taking too long. He's losing his patience and starts to make 𝗶𝘂𝗁 get a ton of activity around so the baby comes out faster. I know, it's a dumb way of thinking, but whatever. And he gets angrier and stuff. He's getting rage baited by time. So 𝗶𝘂𝗁 is miserable. Papa Anton is more impatient than a kid waiting for their birthday party to start. He's already bought their first set of, well, they were definitely not baby-sized. We're talking about high school uniforms and adult clothes. He has this massive, ambitious schedule planned for the next few years. Asher is on the floor, essentially a human-shaped continent of discomfort. Anton is running around like a headless chicken, telling her she must participate. But Anton, remember, has no filter for reality. He insists. She refuses. He keeps pushing. He tells her she's being unreasonable. This goes on for 2 hours. Finally, the stress, the noise, the complete and total absurdity of the whole situation is too much. She didn't die from tragic assault, but her body just stops working from the sheer exhaustion and stress of it all. And her main grievance isn't against a man who did her wrong. It's against anyone who, and this is the key, rushes things too much.
So, she's not out for good.
Not at all. In fact, instead of luring you to your doom and death, she's the one who messes with your Wi-Fi when you try to win a game. She's the one who makes your printer run out of ink 2 minutes before the paper is due. She's the master of the small, irritating, perfectly timed inconvenience. But in a way, somehow, if you try to harvest your crops too early, the rice turns into dust. If you rush your weddings, the cake collapses. No one knows why, but they still believe it's that Kuntilanak thing.
Okay, I gotta give you credit. There's a lot more creative than just spirit in a white dress getting scary kids off. It's still not real, obviously. I don't think it is real in the first place. But I can see why the story will stick around, you know. She's a metaphor for the burnout of the modern age, I like that. Because it's a psychological valve for a society that's moving too fast.
So, you'll never look behind you. think from that movie's Kawan about other business side. Don't worry about the best.
Precisely. Probably the spirit isn't real. But, well, the lessons, that's as real as it gets. Don't be a Pak Anton. Rome wasn't built in a day.
Oh, nice idiom. Great work takes time. We couldn't have said it better ourselves, and thank you all so much for coming. Zio for being our wonderful voice of reason and the mind behind the story. Naisila for being our enthusiastic analyst this whole time. And to our cameraman, Raisya, for the single most entertaining video we have ever made. Thank you. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yo. Bye-bye.
Astagfirullah.
Semangat, 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 semangat.
Perfectly timed videos. But in a way, somehow, if you try to harvest your crops too early, there are starts to dust. If you rush your wedding, the cake collapses. No, she's the one who makes your finger out of baking.
Astagfirullah. So, she's not out for good?
Not at all. Instead of learning to learn materials, she's the one who makes your finger out of baking.
Astagfirullah.